as unhinged as possible. So
let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right.
This broadcast is meant for mature audiences only. Not because of age, but because we value inclusion, diversity, community, love, and laughing at ourselves. This is an independent broadcast. Everything you hear is spoken from our own perspectives as private citizens and does not reflect any employers or institutions. Also, let's be clear, we don't always have the facts. You should absolutely double check anything you hear on a podcast. Everyone gets their mics from the same place, but not their information. If that's not your vibe, we respect the exit. But if it is, buckle up and see you at the 90-Minute Monster.
Yeah, that's right, R2. I just set a new course. We're going to Cloud City. It's a mighty good gin and tonic, which makes me up another.
Impressive, now release your anger. You must have sensed that your friends are in danger.
Oh, why'd you slice off my hand?
It's imperative that you understand, or be what would never bother. Tell me too about your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Then there's something I must reveal. Then I'm your father. 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 I'm your father.
Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke.
Welcome to Films in Black and White, everybody. How are you all feeling? It was a little touch and go there just for a hot second. Wasn't sure if I was going to unmute or not. But you know what? We're here. The internet, Al Gore's internet, is not taking Memorial Day off. Want to do a quick shout out to all our anyone who's in the military who's listening to the podcast. We appreciate this is a day for you all. So, you know, and for those that we remember. So cheers on this Memorial Day. I hope everybody had a great day. We have a fantastic show for you, coming in a little hot and a little unhinged. We had
you should kick it off.
Doug
Wagner, aka
no. That's not how any of this fucking shit works. I don't get put on the spot. That's not. Nope, not
Doug Wagner, aka Baseball Dad. How are you feeling?
How you doing, Doug?
I'm angry that I'm being forced to do this. This will be the reason why you never see or hear from me again. Just after we got ourselves all registered as a business, I'm fucking out. Like
you did. Terrible timing. Terrible timing.
That's awkward.
Worst possible timing out there. No, it's been a good weekend. We had like an outdoor project that was unexpected for Saturday afternoon. We basically like redid one of our rock garden beds, and that was didn't plan on that taking all afternoon, but we were there from noon to 4:30. We got out in the sun, breaking our backs.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Brittany's hamstrings still hurt.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, putting me on the spot after I did all of that work to get us such a fantastic
No,
I think you did great. I think you did great being put on the spot. You were already halfway there about like baseball. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're doing great.
But what else did we do? Sunday was a chill day, and then ran some errands, and then today, the kids were gone for a majority of the afternoon. There was a birthday party, and so both of my children were out of the house, and so Brittany and I got back after dropping them, and we were like, now what? Like, we just legitimately didn't know what to do with ourselves.
Amazing.
So we took a nap, and that was the best day of my entire life.
That had to be
Guys,
the best.
I could not be any happier.
Did you all nap together, or did you find your separate places to nap?
Brittany falls at when she naps, she likes to doze with the TV on. And if I'm gonna nap, I'm like, I gotta carve out time. So we started out watching TV, and then she fell asleep, and I was like, I'm just gonna sneak off, and I went to bed and just like slept in there. So yeah, no, but it was great. It was a great day.
Excellent.
Hot as hell. Like I don't know why we got to 95 degrees today because
Because
I finished today outdoors at a baseball game and it was not cool. It was not cool at all. But all in all, great day. Got to spend some time with Marcus on Friday, which was fantastic. And so it was a great day. Yeah, it's just been a good weekend. It's been a good weekend. So
it was a good weekend.
Excellent.
Brian Roush, aka Rogue Leader. How you
That's
feeling?
me. I'm feeling good. I am exhausted from this Memorial Day weekend, and I'm happy to be here with my guys. So very excited to talk about Mandalorian and Grogu. Also gonna do some self-promotion for the pod. You should go check out our YouTube channel because we have revamped things and we're doing playlists now. So we have a whole playlist of just the reviews that we do. So if you want to listen to those reviews and just click on that video on YouTube, you can do that. We have a whole playlist of that. We'll be starting that. We also have a playlist now of trailer reactions. Now that we've had people reaching out to us to do those. So if you go to YouTube at Films in Black and White, that's where we're at. We don't have a number now with our name. We've surpassed that. So you can go to that YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a review, like some videos. And if you're listening to this, wherever you are, whatever platform you're on, go to our profile on that platform, give us a review. That's how more people find the podcast, especially if you're on Apple or Spotify. Just give a review. That'll help us get more visibility. So yeah, really
100%.
excited that our YouTube channel is coming together now.
And shout out to Brian for doing the Lord's work with the YouTube channel. So Brian, I appreciate you taking a look at that. I also want to make it very clear. If you put something in the comments and you're like, man, I don't care if Marcus or Brian read it, but this one, Doug's going to read it. Just a heads up. No, I'm not. I will find out about comments from Brian and Marcus more than likely.
Oh, that's funny
I don't typically
on the videos. Got it.
Yeah, like on the videos. If you leave us a review, I will read those and respond to those. But the comments on a video, nah, I'm not watching those.
Yeah, we're due for an after party. Actually, we're due for an after party, especially with some of the opinions about Mortal Kombat 2, which I did not expect people to respond to. Like, it's one of our most viewed videos right now across all platforms. So
did people feel a certain type of way about our review?
It was the clip of Marcus talking about how the movie was set up, not even like what the opinion was.
Not even what our opinion was.
That like I was flabbergasted. That was the bit in the video. That was it.
Gasts have been flabbered.
My gasts were flabbered, and people were like having strong opinions about Mortal Kombat 2. So that'll be an after party episode. I think that's gonna be a tiered episode on the Patreon. We're gonna figure that out, but yeah, that's or join us for the live cast. So yeah, like really weird.
Who would have thought?
This comment, people mad that you said a bad movie is bad. Yeah, it was really strange, very strange. And Marcus wasn't even like, he did nothing. He was just like, this is how Mortal Kombat 2 is.
I didn't get in my bag yet. Y'all didn't even let me get in my fucking bag. I just got started, man.
Like, you told me the movie and people were like, well, actually, and it was like, wow, okay, all right, sure. So
now what? You feel better?
Yeah, like cool. So yeah, Marcus catching strays for talking about Mortal Kombat 2. So I think this is a good time to say, Marcus, how are you?
I feel good, man. Happy to be here. Did a Marco Imani before this. So we did our Drake review, so you can go see that now. We had a lot of people hanging with us. We had about 10 people consistently just with us.
Nice.
So really good episode to do. About 2 hours in, we put together a decent playlist. So that was pretty fun. This was kind of a not busy weekend. Like still saying goodbye to a lot of people that are moving on to different chapters and stuff like that. Still trying to catch your footing, but man, I was kind of grateful for the 4-day weekend. Like I would like to have one more day, but I could do absolutely nothing. Like nothing. Yeah. I don't want to have to nothing. You know what I mean? And just like, you don't have to say go to the goodbye party. Like, I appreciate these moments, but I just want to be able to do absolutely like nothing. But
that's how I feel when people come to visit. Yeah, it's how I feel when people come to visit. I'm like, hey, it's great having you, but can you get the fuck out of here so I don't have to be around people? Like, that would be really great.
Yeah. So just so I can recharge my battery, just a tinge would be great. But anyway, happy to be here. Happy to have kicked it. Got to go and see the movie with Doug and the family. Then we went to the brewery together too as well. So it was it was just a nice little weekend. Got to do, say goodbye to my buddy Matt, who's moving on too as well. So yeah. Good. Feel good. I'm ready to get into it, man.
That's sweet.
Shout out to Damani too as well.
Yeah. Shout out to the both of you. That's a very long time. I mean, we've been doing this for 7 years now, 7 seasons now, 6 years, and it's a long fucking time to talk about anything. Like let alone like one specific thing, but that's a long time to be talking about literally anything. So
it's good when you got the chemistry where you can just kind of just do that where it doesn't feel like 2 hours. So it's a good platform.
Dang, I love that.
Yeah, I love it. Alrighty. Well, so we got a great show. I don't know if I told everybody what we're gonna get into, so I'm gonna do that now. I was put on the spot, that's why I didn't. Blame everyone, but
it's gonna
blame
be
everyone
and the fucking secret chat. I'm forever gonna be 1A and 1B now.
Well, I'm sure, I am absolutely certain that you decided to do this in the secret chat. So don't guys, the more you hate it, the more I'm gonna bring it up. Like that.
Yes.
Do you not
I texted Marcus.
That's how I work.
In between taking care of children.
Out? Yeah. Have you not figured this out? If you're like, ooh, I hate that, I'm like, great, let's do more of that. Like
This is still relevant.
Yes, still to this day.
I am going to make it relevant until a season and a half from now. People are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
This happened 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, well, people don't forget. So here is what we've got. So we're going to play a little Catch That Quotable, which will be fun. Then we're going to do a trailer review, and then we're going to just leave some space for Mandalorian and Grogu. Just kind of talk about it, unpack as much as we can, and just kind of go from there. So that's kind of what we're going to get into. So, gentlemen, it is time that we play a little game that we like to call Catch That Quotable.
Catch that quotable.
The silky sounds of Marcus J. Shout out to Chris, Artificer Chris in the chat, watching us on.
That is true. That is true, Doug. That is true. Artificer Chris in the chat.
It is true.
Gotcha.
It is true, but it does not impact anything that happens to Marcus on this podcast. Where I would say
that next neither did the chat that we had
on a episodely basis.
Neither did the chat that we had, because it was literally only 3 messages sent in it. So yes, it's yes.
Yep. Like I said, people don't forget.
Oh my god. Catch that quotable, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Gentlemen, are you ready for this week's quote?
Ready.
Hit me, please.
All right. May I ask why you felt little Tiffany deserved to die?
Oh, that's Men in Black.
It is Men in Black. Yep, right off the rip. Yep, that is Men in Black. May I ask why you felt little Tiffany deserved to die? One of the great, and then the explanation after being like
beautiful,
one of the most iconic parts of that movie out there in general. So I realized that it has been a very hot minute since I've watched Men in Black. I was thinking about that the other day because I was thinking about like what movies came out.
Marcus, you nailed that in one. That was impressive.
I would have been, you're a fan and love of Will Smith. I would have been disappointed if you didn't get it. Like
I think that's fair. That's fair.
But I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I watched that when I was younger. When did I watch, like, what age did I watch that? And then I was looking back and I was like, what movies did I watch growing up that are like just out there and weird enough that I think like either Harrison would like or that I just haven't seen in a while? And I kept coming back to Men in Black. I was like, I have not watched this in forever.
That's it. Men in Black does sci-fi and early sci-fi thriller, like soft sci-fi thriller. Because some moments in there give you the heebie-jeebies a little bit with how. Now, eventually, the franchise itself goes lighter, so it can be more family friendly. But that first Men in Black movie, it's a giant cockroach that is transformed like that is
in an Edgar
suit.
Yeah,
in an Edgar suit, right? Like these are like scary kind of somatic things that are happening along with like the music that plays in the background with it too. Like it's dark and it's brooding, and so the old cartoon show Men in Black, the animated cartoon show, was like a creepy Courage the Cowardly Dog type weird aesthetic too as well. So I don't know. I think people forget that that's where it starts. You see this? Like I think this is like this. Look at this.
He delivered a baby. Will Smith delivers an alien baby in this movie. It is all over the place.
Brian, and a practical effects baby, like not a CGI baby, a practical effects baby.
One of my
favorite.
That's
essentially a puppet.
Yes. And it looks great.
I mean, all of the shots from this movie look like this. Even when he's looking off at the sunset and debating if he's going to join the Men in Black in his red jacket. That scene in itself, watching the sun go down and set over New York, like that is a good movie. Like that's a good movie. I try to find reasons why people don't like Men in Black, and it behooves me. I really can't think of reasons why people wouldn't like that.
That would be a tough one. I feel like to come up with a reason why you don't like it. Like that one, I feel like is out there.
Yeah. We got, what is Chris saying? You watched every movie when you were younger. You can't watch a movie when you're older.
He's semanticsing me to death, which is
fine.
Like
that's fun, and I welcome it.
Of course you do. That's unsurprising. What was I going to? Oh, sorry, Men in Black. I don't think I ever watched, because they made 3 with Will Smith. I don't think I watched the third one.
The third one
was a time travel one, right?
That's the time travel one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The third one doesn't really exist in my mind. It exists when I'm in the mood for it. But Men in Black 1 and 2 are the perfect pairing for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I completely forgot
like
Josh
the Mummy,
the
Mummy and the Mummy Returns. Those I ignored the third in that Mummy series. Those two are the perfect pairing.
Wasn't there also a fourth with Jet Li?
No.
Of what?
The Mummy?
No. There was Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise did a Mummy when they were
but wasn't there one where it was like
universe?
Curse of the Dragon?
Jet Li was in the third one.
That's the third one. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Jet Li, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, God.
And Marcus, you're right. You're right. I've done the same thing, so much so that I'm trying to invent a third one before that one that somehow I'm secretly hoping exists.
That makes sense. I was like, Jet Li. Jet Li is in that movie. Yes, that movie is rough.
Yeah, that I thought came out the same time as that Matt Damon plays a Chinaman defending the Great Wall of China movie.
Yeah,
the wall. Oh man, that was rough. That was a rough time for movies.
That was a rough time to be alive. Yep.
White privilege at its finest. That was like,
Oof.
Yes, absolutely. No, we don't talk about that one. We talk about The Last Samurai, and we're like, no, he can get away with that. He can kind of get away with that because he's playing an American in Japan, but we don't talk about The Wall nearly as much.
No, we don't.
Okay. Anyway, gentlemen, we have a trailer to take a look at. Now, this trailer is a little out of my wheelhouse because if I am not mistaken from the description of this is a rom-com.
It sure is.
So this is like right up Brian's alley, which I'm very excited about. But I am curious to see how I will respond to it. So
I like this. It's been a while since we've watched a rom-com. I feel like
it has been a hot minute. Yeah, for sure.
I can't remember. So this will be kind of a refreshing to the palate.
Yeah, for sure.
Here, let me take the comments off too.
Oh, you're good. It's so funny too, because when we did Devil Wears Prada, someone was like, "That's so nice. You're doing a romantic comedy," and it was like, That's not a romantic comedy, but like, sure, okay, like whatever. And then we also did
like the D story.
right? And then back in February we did Build Your Own Rom-Com. So this is kind of in our wheelhouse. We know we have our favorites. We have our corners.
We do.
Yeah, we have some expertise in this area to be able to speak to it. So this movie is called Finding Emily, from the producers of Bridget Jones' Diary and Love Actually. So we'll see what they got. So
all right, here we go. Nope. Hang on a second. Can you all hear that?
Girl called Emily. Felt like.
Were you able to hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna go back.
We're
gonna go back. This is what happens when you don't do tech rehearsal. Here we go.
No tech rehearsal.
Last night, I met this girl called Emily. Felt like time stood still. No, what are you saying? No fault.
So when are you seeing her again?
Don't know, no message here. Won't send.
It's missing a digit.
Shane, it's missing a digit. It's not funny. Come on, I'm looking for a student. Emily? She's funny, smart, drinks beer, bottles, Saturdays about here. She's like,
You've got 2 seconds to leave before I call security, all right?
yeah, okay, all right.
You said we take it slow, now it's go.
You have 3 weeks left to prove that romantic attachments cause madness.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for this girl called Emily.
He's the case study I've been waiting for. He's my very own Stanford prison experiment. I'll help you find her.
Why would you want to do that? She said she was going to a party on Canal Street. All right, mate, I'm looking for information. Oh, once I get you 20 quid.
I didn't get any information.
There looks like there's some
But I got
college
a free
hijinks here.
Let's do it.
I've got an idea. I'm going to send an email to every Emily at the university. Evening, ladies.
Don't do that.
That seems like a bad idea.
All of them. All the Emilys. Do it.
I'm not really sure what's happening, but I'm getting like a load of emails.
Hey, Emily's. Please tell me you BCC'd.
I don't know what a BCC is.
So you just created a chat room with
BCC is
318
very
Emily's.
relatable.
Are straight people okay? Question mark.
All right.
Talk about this email, dude.
Is he a sexy pest?
I thought it was quite cute.
Oh, jeez.
Who cares?
This is a culture of toxic masculinity.
I know my brother. You'll be in a field somewhere being all melodramatic. What did I tell you? Probably write a song about it.
What if I've misread this whole situation?
You're gonna find someone who gets you.
Oh, this is nice.
I didn't know I could.
That's my favorite trope.
What do you want to say?
Yep.
Well, I wrote her a song.
We're getting the song! We're getting the song!
Sing it.
I love it.
I like that. I like that
That's
a lot.
fun.
I got more
That's
and more
cute.
excited the more it went on.
Yep.
Look,
That's smart.
I'm usually a cold-hearted. I'm usually the cold-hearted portion of this, and I'm actually excited for that one too. Like that looks like
That's fire. I really want to watch that.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to see that in a theater. That brought back some like John Tucker Must Die.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Film Juno type. Like that's good.
And I
Hey,
like
yeah.
and it looks like it's gonna be one of those movies that also has a fire fucking soundtrack too.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yes.
why, but it looks
Yes.
like it's gonna have an outstanding soundtrack.
Like, even if there's songs you already know, that playlist
Yes.
is gonna be a banger. You
Uh-huh.
know?
Yep,
Like,
yep.
oh my gosh.
That-
yeah.
these are fresh faces because I
Yes.
don't really
Right.
can't recognize anybody
time.
in this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't either.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I like the vibe of it. I like the coloring of the film. It matches the vibe and just I don't know, this clumsy kid looking for Emily. It's like that's a cute story. That's one of my favorite tropes is when it's not the girl you think you're looking for is the one you fall in love with. Yeah, boom, you got me.
Yep.
Also, I also think it's really nice because, like, again, I'm a 39-year-old married man, so I have no like sense of the dating scene.
Oh, it's terrible.
Nowadays,
filled with piss. Don't go back.
Oh,
my
God.
guess is that it's from Marcus's description and other single people I know. It is disappointment, unrequested dick pics, and just ghosting. Like that
Oh my
seems to
gosh.
be. And I say this because I've talked to both men and women about it. So that's the reason why I bring this up. Is that's why the middle one was in there. but that's what it seems like it is. So it is nice to go back to a time.
The two-party problem. Unsolicited dick pics is a two-party problem.
It is it's a two-party problem. That's exactly what this is. We need a party that's going to be actively against that. That is,
for sure.
I do want to say,
it's
go
nice
ahead.
to go back to it's nice to go back to a love story where technology is not necessarily a factor. I mean, there's that piece in there about the email, and it's like, did you BCC? It's like, I don't know what a BCC is. So like, that's kind of a nice. It's a little refreshing.
Yes.
Versus like the other modern dating tropes we could get into.
Well, and I love a good mystery. So I love that they're actually using all the technology available to them to like find this person, this missed connection. Because I remember Craigslist ads of like missed connection. I saw you on the blue line at the full
That is true. I heard stories about that.
You know, and like
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Oh, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. But I do want to take a quick aside. We do know the lead here.
We do?
Angry Rice. I don't know if
We
I'm
know
saying
who
this
he is.
right.
Stop.
She played Betty Brandt in the Spider-Man Homecoming movies.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh,
she plays
wow.
Betty in Spider-Man Homecoming and all the other movies. So
Is
I'm
Betty
gonna
the
try to
reporter?
Yes.
She's the one who's like, he's my Stanford prison experiment.
Yes.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
wow. She looks
so
completely different.
Yes. So like we cover every MCU movie, and so that is where you will know her from for a lot of our folks that are listening and watching.
Damn.
Not mad about that.
How did you already see that, Brian, or what?
So it was just like a case of like, I know her face. Like I've seen this face before.
Yeah.
And is she a white blonde female? Yes. So that could be a lot of people, but I immediately like went to IMDb and immediately it was like Spider-Man. I was like, oh, of course it's Betty. So
Got it.
I don't know the gentleman. Spike Fern is. I'm doing this all
He
from
looks
the
like
hip.
a Spike.
I can tell you this. I love his accent. Big fan.
He was
Big fan.
Vandal. He was Vandal in the Batman, but I don't recall who that was or who that is. So he was there. That is a movie we reviewed, and he was in it.
He was in it
now.
Yeah, he was also in Alien Romulus as Bjorn. I didn't see that though.
Oh, I did.
Okay. I mean, I don't expect you to.
He must have been part of the crew that sneaks on to the Nostromo and tries to like salvage it. So, because that would have been okay. So he must have had a role. And knowing how there's only like 2 people left at the end of that, he definitely died in that. So,
okay.
Don't remember how though.
No,
that was one I watched on a plane. So,
yeah, no. Excellent. No, this looks funny and kind-hearted, and we know that these 2 protagonists, even though they're trying to find Emily, they're gonna be together. So
they're
that's
gonna
great.
find each other. Yeah,
They're gonna find each other.
I would
The
also
real
love-
Emily.
I would also love if Emily's just around. I feel like there's also this movie has this possibility of like he's looking for someone that's like right next door.
Oh, that'd be really funny.
That'd be fun.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's that little bit of it too that I think is kind of fun. So
that'd be fire. I like movies where I can't tell what year it is.
Yeah. I mean, I do think there's like a TikTok clone, so it's like definitely within the last 5-ish years.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it definitely there's a timeless factor here.
hold on, is that another woman that I recognized in this movie? Brian, go back just a tidge.
Yep, we're looking for the red hair gal.
Yeah,
that's
God,
that's Minnie Driver.
That looks like Minnie Driver.
Yep, Minnie Driver's in this. Yep, that's her.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
I'm gonna
Okay.
mute it and try to
Shout
find
out
this
Minnie
other
Driver.
woman. There we go. Were you talking about this person, Doug?
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I cannot.
I don't
this
know who
red-haired
that is.
lady with the megaphone. I do not know. I do not know her. off
She
the
probably
top
has
of
an
my head.
awesome accent. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh hell yeah!
my God.
Guys, I could be doing an English accent and it would be totally appropriate. 1, 2, it would be allowed, and it would
I don't
be
think you get to
socially-
determine when it's
it would
appropriate.
be socially
The
acceptable for me to
accent.
do an
I don't think
English
that's how that
accent.
works. I don't know that you get to pick when it would be appropriate to do the accent.
So
the English
funny.
accent isn't associated. Never mind. Continue. Before we get into a whole accents in black and white, let's just
accents in black and white.
We don't do politics here.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's incredible. I love it. I love it.
Wokest fucking podcast. Ever.
All right.
But yeah, no, that looks a lot of fun. So if you are interested, we'll post a link in our show notes to the trailer because I think it's
gonna
on
be
YouTube
fire.
now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Head over to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see just a clipped review of this as well as the whole episode, which will be really exciting. But August 28th, this hits theaters. So yeah, August 28th, it'll be really fun. So yeah, check that out. Yeah, that one looks like exciting. That'll be one that I think would be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm excited, and a lot is usually not going on in August, so I like that they're going for it in August. The only other movie I know is Paw Patrol, so this is clearly better than that.
Brian, you're gonna have to make some hard choices with your movie theater money that month.
Paw Patrol's got to be on the list.
Well, I mean, I feel like Brian is gonna see it just to see if he understands how the dinosaurs come into play.
No, I can't. I no. My brain will melt out of my ears. I refuse.
I love how Paw Patrol is the line in the sand for Brian.
Yeah,
like that is such a funny line.
It is. I know.
It's so funny to me that's Brian's. Like, if each of us have a kryptonite, Paw Patrol is Brian's. Like,
100%.
Like, that's Brian's 100%, which I'm on board for.
That's so good.
Those dogs. I hate them so much.
The other thing that I'll say about Finding Emily is a lot of people are going back to college at that time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that has a very college feel to it. So that is a very smart play by Working Title and the other distributor who are releasing that, because that energy's right there. So, which
and they'll hit that streaming window in the fall too again. So yeah, no, that's solid.
Yep, 100%. Gentlemen, anything that you all want to chat about before we get into our Mandalorian and Grogu review?
I do have one thing to bring up.
Ooh, okay.
I watched The Running Man, the 2025 Running Man starring Glenn Powell. Maggie and I we were like, we do want to watch this. Let's carve out time and watch it. It's on Paramount Plus. And man, it was woof. I'm really glad we didn't review this for the pod.
Okay, that's not good.
You have to understand, the entire premise of the movie relies on the fact that Glenn Powell is the most angry man in the United States. And in my opinion, he is miscast in this role. I think he's a perfect heartthrob. I think he's an awesome fighter pilot. The idea, though, that Glenn Powell is the main guy holding you up at a Denny's when he's paying his bill, don't buy that. Don't buy it for a second.
He's fucking charming.
He's
the guy who
so
plays
nice.
Butcher.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Carl Urban, John Bernthal. Absolutely could see that being the angriest person in America is what they say in the movie. So I get it. Glenn Powell has some star power, but the whole movie, they're he's so angry, and I'm yeah, kind of, yeah. The movie was fine. If I had to, it was 2.5 stars out of 5 for me. I didn't feel like I wasted my time. I liked the book, but oof, the third act is rough. So anyway, that's my mini review of The Running Man that came out 6 months ago.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
I rewatched Batman Forever.
Oh yeah,
I still appreciate that movie a lot. I think that movie doesn't get enough credit.
Yes.
Not in the same way Batman and Robin doesn't get enough credit, but I think actively Batman Forever is not a bad movie. It's not a terrible movie.
I agree.
For the time it came out.
I also feel I don't know, Batman Forever also does try to do some serious stuff, and it tries to weave this thread of being a little silly and a little serious, and it mostly gets there. I'm not going to say it does it perfectly, but I like
the silly parts don't feel like they're Val Kilmer's fault.
No, 100% no.
The silly parts are my first. Jim Carrey is
Oh.
cast in that. He is not responsible for the silly. That's why you cast him. Like that's why you got him to play a little bit more of a not a Joker-esque, but a jokey Riddler. That's why you got him. You got him because you wanted him to be quirky. You got him because you wanted him to bring some of those funny moments. He also can contort his face and go over the top.
Yeah.
Like that's why you got him to play Riddler. The reason why this movie is insane is because Tommy Lee Jones decided that he was like, I'm gonna play Two-Face like a motherfucker. Like I am going to this man is two different people. I'm going to be two different people all the fucking time. And they are going to be on opposite ends of the spectrum because he gives you these like long, like really well thought out like monologues, and then he'll be like he's like he switches on a dime, and it's fucking insane.
It really felt like he understood he was in a Batman movie. It's very clear he understands he's in a Batman movie, which is part of the reason I like this movie.
Because he goes for it.
He does. Yes, he goes for it. Like he's like, you know what? He walked in day one, and they're like, "Hey, we're so excited to have you, Mr. Lee Jones. You know, before we do anything else, I really want to make sure."
Lee Jones.
Before we
Mr. Lee Jones.
Marcus, it's a young PA. He doesn't know any better. Before we do that, we got to get you over to costume. We got to make sure your costume fits. So in your trailer, your costume's there. You could try it on. Somebody's going to come by. This motherfucker walks into his trailer and sees Brian. Find a picture of his fucking costume from that movie.
I am.
He walked in.
I didn't know this was going to set you off.
He walked in and he saw, it's half suit and half like Lisa Frank coloring book fucking tuxedo suit. And he went, well, I'm gonna fucking rip it, boys. Like that's
I found exactly what you're talking about.
Rip it. Like I'm just gonna fucking go for it.
Yep, it's like Lisa Frank and Animal Print.
This is fire to me, by the way.
I saw that and went, oh no.
I love this, by the way, because this is like perfectly executed. And I think the cinematography around the film too, like even a picture like this is so dope to me. It's so straight out of a fucking comic book.
Yes.
It is straight out of a comic book.
100%. Marcus, I'm not saying this to say I hate it. I'm saying because
you're right.
Incredible.
You are right. He rips it. He rips ass in this as it like they go for the gusto. Everybody, when they gave them each character and who each character was supposed to be and what they were supposed to embody, everybody eats it. Everybody goes full gusto in this movie.
I mean, look at that.
Look at it. He looks crazy
at
as
fuck.
fuck.
Shot of him when he's at the circus, and it's like the pink tendril face or whatever, but he's in like a skull suit with a top hat. Like the costume department.
He has
had a good time.
He is half circus ringleader and half voodoo man from New Orleans. Like that is the vibe of that split in that suit.
Yes, it is. That's my boy though.
Patch too, by the way.
Oh, I'm not mad about it.
That's
Again,
my boy.
I don't want anyone listening to this or watching this to be like, it sounds like he hates it. I absolutely don't. I think it is one of the joys of watching the movie is watching his performance.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Also the fact that you two women and one for his good side and
one being Drew Barrymore.
And one of them is Drew Barrymore.
One of them is Drew Barrymore. Yeah,
she sure is.
And she looks great.
Drew Barrymore. Oh wait, nope, that's Jim Carrey. Man,
And
Jim
Drew
Carrey.
Barrymore.
No, that's Drew. No, go back.
No, that's her.
Drew Barrymore next to him.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
100%.
Man, I gotta watch this movie again.
This
You've
movie
convinced me to watch Batman Forever.
No, Brian. Watch it and enjoy it. Just watch it and enjoy it because I think even with Doug saying all that about Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, guess what? He is the one that's the most toned down because even he says in the movie, like, you know what, he's really the one for all the theatrics. That's not really me. While he's also wearing these wild ass suits that's like going, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I think Val Kilmer also sticks it as that blonde Bruce Wayne quiet playboy, and then this solemn. Yeah, he nailed it. I don't know. I like to give Val credit.
He's forgotten, I feel like, a lot in the Batman conversation, but this movie also does this thing of like, I don't know if I can be in love, which Mask of the Phantasm also does very well. But like Nicole Kidman, like also she's also hilarious goes for it in this. And goes for like she absolutely knows she's there to ham it up and make these innuendos.
Yes.
And at the same time, though, you're like, should Bruce Wayne fall in love? What does that mean for Batman? Like, and then at the same time, you have Tommy Lee Jones in this outrageous outfit. I love it. 5 out of 5 stars.
And a Robin.
And a Robin. Remember, this is the ninja scene where he does his laundry and he wrings the towel out with his foot.
Yeah.
In the most inefficient way possible.
Oh my gosh, Chris O'Donnell and
Chris O'Donnell, who they keep in the transition. They keep Chris O'Donnell as the new Robin and introduce a new Batman.
Yes.
And remember, this motherfucker got water all over the floor in front of the butler that cleans the house. He went, fuck your floor. That is all he did when he was doing that. He looked at him and went, I'll clean it up, but I want you to know I can do it whenever I want. Like, that is how he lived.
It's a power move.
Yeah,
it's a power move.
What a weird
this.
Flex.
It's like, a very bizarre flex. And look at Alfred. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Alfred does look confused. Like, hey, man, you making a fucking mess.
Yep, he brings it out, and he's like, why?
But look, he's gonna mop it up. Look.
I mean, this is... Oh, he does mop it up.
He mopped it up.
And then the wig, like, wig after that.
I clicked the first video.
Karate wash. The fact that this YouTube video is called The Karate Wash is hilarious.
Yes.
That's what it is. It is the Karate Wash. They have to show you, like, he's going to be Robin. This is why. He can flip his socks.
He's really good at tossing a shirt on a clothesline with a mop handle.
What? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this out into the ether. Chris O'Donnell, if for some reason you find this, I also realize I'm wearing my Rebel Pilot helmet as I'm making this appeal. I don't care. I'm going to go for it. Chris O'Donnell.
That's who we are, Chris O'Donnell. That's who we are.
We live a genuine, authentic life. We're an independent podcast. Chris O'Donnell, here's my ask. If you have time to come to our humble podcast and talk about this scene in Batman Forever, where you are doing a karate wash and there's no way you didn't make a mess, and you just want to talk about what was going on that day, what the direction was, or just how you felt about it, that'd be awesome. Even if you don't want to talk about it and you want to come talk about your favorite bourbon or your what books you're reading, we'd love that too. That's my ask. That from inspiration from the Karate Wash scene. So balls in your court, Chris O'Donnell.
I would love to
Chris
hear.
O'Donnell, actually,
I do too. This is no shade at him whatsoever. I want to hear about the notes he received from Joel Schumacher. I want to know what the studio's involvement was and what everybody told you, because there's no way that you made all of those decisions just like by yourself.
Right. There's no way he walked in and was like, I have an idea. I'm going to karate wash. No way. There's
what
no
if it was Chris O'Donnell's idea?
Then he should come to the pod and we can talk about it. And we can tell him what an impression it made on us as children watching this movie.
You know what? He has to set the record straight, because right now I blame Joel Schumacher for those decisions. So I need Chris O'Donnell to come on this podcast to set the fucking record.
Now it feels like blackmail. And now it feels weird. And now it feels weird.
Guys, we got an email from Joel Schumacher. He wants to come on the pod. I'm kidding.
He wants to come on the podcast too. I would love if we had a counterpoint about the Karate Wash.
Oh my gosh.
If that ever happens between Joel Schumacher and Chris O'Donnell, I'll quit. I'll quit everything. I don't know.
I mean, you got to go out on top, right?
That's how you go out.
Better than that. That's
it. You can't. I don't want to fuck that up.
It's incredible. Incredible.
Who brought that up? Did you bring that up, Marcus?
Marcus brought it up. He watched Batman Forever.
I think I bought it. Yeah, I bought Batman Forever. Oh man, I did not expect that. I did not expect that to set you off like that. That was like perfect. Oh my god,
that movie was so foundational to me as a kid. Like we had the VHS. I rented it immediately from Blockbuster.
I owned it on VHS.
Oh man,
my brother loved that movie. and so we watched
I
it a
get
lot.
it.
So
a great
and
movie.
I watched it on. I mean, and the Kiss from a Rose was like everywhere. That whole
It was everywhere.
everywhere that year. So,
Middle school slow dances never saw it coming.
Oh, Jesus
I also will say that
Christ.
that movie is responsible for one of my verbal tics. It's one of those things that when I hear it, I can't. I will always have this line from that movie memorized where Two-Face tries to shoot Val Kilmer, and the Riddler comes up and he goes, "Don't kill him. If you kill him, he won't learn nothing." And that's it. That's all he says. But I will have that line ingrained in my brain.
I remember thinking I just didn't understand that because I was a kid, and now it's just gobbledygook. Got it.
Oh,
okay.
It's jibber jabber nonsense, but
Excellent.
it is
Wait, it
ingrained
is?
in my DNA.
Oh,
what is he supposed to learn?
He's supposed to learn. If you kill him, he can't learn. He can't keep living to learn from his right. Because if he's dead, then he doesn't learn the lesson. He gets to suffer with it while he's living.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what I got from.
All right. All right.
I'm not willing to.
Why not?
It's
Why
fine.
not?
Why not? Go for it. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we get into?
I don't think it gets much better than that.
I really don't think so. I think this is a great time to pivot on over to our review of the Mandalorian and Grogu, the first Star Wars movie we've gotten in quite some time to the theaters. I do want to point out we're going to be talking about some spoilers here at some point. So if you haven't seen it, save this video, save this podcast, come back to it later after you've seen it. Or if you don't care, don't go anywhere. Just hang out. We're fine either way. But who wants to give us their barbershop summary for the Mandalorian and Grogu?
So boom, here's what had happened.
Right into it. No decision necessary.
You get a father and a child, assumingly, right? A baby Grogu, baby Yoda, formerly known as, and a Mandalorian father. They're on adventures together, right? They are going around the galaxy. The Empire has fallen, but there are still criminals out there still trying to live in the shadows of the Empire. And so this group, this team up, goes around fighting alongside the rebellion as this quote unquote independent contractor, and finds himself in a very sticky situation where he has to go and save the son of Jabba the Hutt. All right. And so Jabba, there's a hit put out there, but comes to find out Jabba the Hutt's son is living in his own light and living in his own world, as we come to find this group growing together on this adventure where Grogu has to take care of his father and the father is taking care of Grogu in this full circle moment. A lot about relationships built into this Star Wars universe that is in the process of rebuilding towards the new rebellion.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty concise. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, that's pretty fucking nailed that.
I'm in.
Your cast for the man.
Did that hit it?
Yep.
No, that's it. That's a summary.
Oh, yep, you nailed it. No notes. I have no notes. Okay, Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian. Sigourney Weaver plays Ward. Jeremy Allen White plays Rada the Hutt. Martin Scorsese is in this as an alien food vendor. Johnny Coyne plays Coyne, the
Commander
Coyne. Yes.
Yep.
Brian, the actor's name is also Johnny Coyne.
You're kidding, really?
Yep.
Looking at it right here. Yep.
Well, hot dog.
Yep. There you go. Hemke Madera plays another officer, but y'all, that's it. I mean, your top three build are Jeremy Allen White, Pedro Pascal, and Sigourney Weaver. Those are your top three build, and then otherwise, that's it. Like, there's not a whole lot else in terms of folks that are in this. Quick note on box office. So this made about $165 million in its opening weekend. A big portion of that coming this Memorial 4-day weekend, where it made 102 of that 165. It is the highest movie in the box office. There is a note, though, that this is the lowest box office opening for a Star Wars film in the Disney era, falling slightly behind 2018's Solo, A Star Wars Story. I do also want to note that its global total is 165 million. That is also the reported budget of this movie, so it made its money back in its opening weekend.
Okay.
So that's what I have for you. Gentlemen, Brian, you are decked out head to toe in Star Wars shit. Brian, you've got Mandalorians on your shirt. You've got the Rebel pilot on your head. Sir, thoughts on the Mandalorian and Grogu?
Man, it was cool to see Star Wars on a big screen. That was honestly, it was just really nice to see a Star Wars movie because it felt like after 2019 Rise of Skywalker, it felt like Disney and everybody was like, hold up, we're going to figure stuff out. And I get it. I get why they did it. Also, we had a whole pandemic in there. But at the same time, I took my whole family, and the vibes of it, the feel of it was great to see Star Wars on the big screen, and it was accessible to everybody. And I feel like that's one of the things I'll start talking about is that this movie went out of its way to be accessible to people, which is not exactly what I was expecting. And I was surprised that it really because in some of the interviews, Jon Favreau and everybody was like, yeah, you don't really need to know anything. You don't need to watch the show or anything to enjoy this movie. And I was like, okay, it's Star Wars though. Are you sure? And straight up, this movie, I was shocked. There's no Bo-Katan. There's no reference to anything that happened in the previous movies, really, by any name. And there's no even oh, well, so-and-so isn't here because they're in the Outer Rim. Nope. It's just Mandalorian and Grogu are on their adventure, which I'm going to be honest, that was really refreshing. That was incredibly refreshing for a Star Wars movie. Also, because I had my 3 kids and I knew the minute if they were like, well, Princess Leia is doing this, or Senator Leia is doing this, they'd be like, wait, what's she up to right now? And I'd be like, I'd have to explain that to them probably, or I would have to do something. This movie did not do that at all. And that is something I want to give a flower to, that it was its own self-contained story, and that was enjoyable. I was not expecting that for Mandalorian, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I will also say, Brian, I brought my 2 kids who have not watched any Star Wars whatsoever.
Oh wow!
Minus, I tried to show Harrison episode 1, and he was like, "This feels like a political drama," and I was like, "That's because that's exactly what this is." And he goes, "I don't want to watch this," and I went, "Reasonable,
amazing, that's incredible."
That's actually not. I'm oversimplifying. He was just not into it.
He's not into it.
He wasn't into episode 1. We watched A New Hope, and he was like, "Okay, Darth Vader. Okay, I can get
right on the
this."
screen.
Yep. Yeah. But they hadn't watched any of this. All they knew was Baby Yoda, and I brought them, and they were like, yeah, this is a fun ride. So much so that at one point in time, my son was in tears because of the plot point that had happened. So when the Mandalorian, again, spoiler alert, you kind of get this is he gonna die? Is he not gonna die?
That's incredible.
My son, crying silently, big tears, goes, "Oh, there's no way they kill off a major character, is there?" And that's all he said. So he was feeling it. So to your point, 100% accessible and not something that here's the thing that I'm going to keep coming back to. So if you all want to know where I'm at with this with this particular review, is people are going to roast this and they're going to ask questions like, well, did they need to make it? Isn't this just a money grab? You can't 100%. Connect to characters. There's not enough character development. I would say a 9-year-old connected with a major plot point to the point that he felt an emotion. As a filmmaker, mission accomplished. That's it. That's it. Mission accomplished. You did what you wanted to do, which was tell a story that would resonate with someone sitting in that theater. And it did. So moving on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I agree. It was a fun ride. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to overthink it too much. It was a lot of fun. It was enjoyable. It was a standalone thing, which I think was great. So Marcus?
Yeah. I mean, it told a different Star Wars story, I think, and it just feels it feels like they told it differently. At first, the only thing that stood out to me the most was when they got to the planet to find Rada. It felt like Batman in Gotham City. It felt like Space Batman and Gotham City vibes, right?
100%.
And I think that was really interesting because I felt that for a little bit. Like, yes, this is what Batman in a Star Wars or space realm is like. And then I started thinking, like, is the Mandalorian like a Star Wars Batman? Like my mind started like kind of racing and doing that a little bit. As far as like lore building, because that was the one thing I felt like didn't really happen in a Star Wars film, was like there was no expanded lore being told. And I don't know that you needed it, but that was just one thing that I noticed.
Yeah, that's reasonable. That's fair.
No, I agree with you. There wasn't, because one of the critiques that I've seen was like, it didn't like this didn't have any lore added to it, or we didn't understand anything more about the universe at that point. And it was like, yeah, like that's fine. Like this era of Star Wars, the New Republic era, like you don't need that a whole lot, because like the Empire's defeated. Mandalorian is now like a Nazi hunter, basically.
Which is awesome.
You know, like he's an Imperial officer hunter or an imp hunter, whatever you want to call it. And they're cleaning it up. Like there's nothing more to add there, especially with the sequel trilogy telling its own story. Like I don't, you know, if I would have probably had a big sigh if like there was an after credits and it was like it was the ghost of Jabba the Hutt all along or something like that. I would have that would have not been for me probably. Like I'm okay when Star Wars is like, we're just telling this dude's story. Like, because that was a little bit like Rogue One, a little bit. Like, we're just telling this one story. There's no lightsabers, you know?
Which again is fine. Like, which is fine. Like, I don't need you to expand and make this universe too big, because one, you're not going to have enough time to get into all of it. Right. So if I'm saying, okay, I have to make a Mandalorian movie, how do I want to do that?
Oh yeah.
Your choices are like, yeah, you can lean into and say, we're going to make this and expand the universe and set it up to be Grogu's story moving forward. Or you could say, let's just have some fun with him chasing down some ex-Imperial soldiers. And that's it. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I agree with y'all. I'm just offering another maybe mute point. I think that is the reason why this movie will struggle to hit that billion. And I think it's because the same reason that I also like it is the same reason that others won't feel a need or feel like, yes, it created a new moment for Harrison to be attached to a new character. And this movie in a lot of ways will be a generation, because there are a lot of families that came in to see it, right? Lots of families. This will be an entry point for a family, someone in families, kids in families to Star Wars, and it's a very simple, easy entry point for you to revisit what has already happened or stay on and stay attached to anything that comes moving forward. And I think that's good. You need that. But if there's no expansion to the lore, then current fans or anticipating fans, the ones that are always harder to please, that don't ever shut the fuck up, like us sometimes, like those are the people that won't spend the money to go and watch it. That's kind of what I think.
I agree.
I think you're spot on, Marcus. I think that assessment is 100% accurate. This does not feed those who can tell me the difference between canon and legends. This doesn't give them anything to be like, for them to push up their glasses and go, thank God we got a description on how the tattoos play a significant role in Rada's upbringing.
You better watch it.
All the way off. Like, it didn't do any of that, which is fine.
That is how we sound. As a Star Wars fan, that is exactly how we sound. Yes.
Well, I'm not trying to disparage my good friend here at all. I'm just saying there are some in the community that are like, well, you can't not talk about it because that's too important. Like, Brian has never been in my mind. I could ask Brian a series of dumb questions and never feels, and he will answer them. Never. There are not others who will be like, here's the book you should read. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
So I also am making the Star Wars fan sound increasingly like a middle-aged, like a girl. But I think you're absolutely right, though. This is an on-ramp. This is an on-ramp for folks who have never, you're like, who are just excited to see Star Wars in some shape or form on the theater screen.
So I will say this. I was texting a friend of ours down here, Eiley Johns, who is a Star Wars fan, because she had asked me what were my thoughts on the Star Wars movie, and so I gave her my thoughts. And then I think a day later she was like, it was definitely made for kids. The comedy was definitely more than other Star Wars movie, but I welcomed it, and I laughed more than my daughter, honestly. So I then asked her, did you like Star Wars already? She said, love Star Wars since probably before you were even born. So I think that also says something about a casual lover of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe not deep in the fandom, but just a lover of Star Wars, like, enjoyed the movie for what it is. Back to y'all point, like, it's a fun movie that I could watch with I'm the person with kids now to introduce them to Star Wars. That's a great alley-oop if you ask me.
And I think that this was very calculated to me as I've been mulling this over, because one of the things I thought of is, like, why wasn't Mandalorian just this like evergreen series that came out every year? Because the formula is so easy. It's you put Mandalorian and Grogu on a mission to track down a dude and rinse and repeat 8 episodes, and maybe special guests show up. I don't know.
Right.
And you do 8 episodes of that a year, that gets people to resubscribe to Disney Plus. And like, I was trying to figure this out. Like, why wouldn't you keep doing that? And I think, Marcus, you've helped me figure that out a little bit, is that I think they know Mandalorian and Grogu is very popular with kids. And it's also, looking at the Nielsen rating, like, it's very popular with baby boomers. And so the
demographics are insane.
And I'm probably going to write a newsletter about this. So make sure to subscribe to our Patreon, the Third Heat, so you can get that newsletter. And go to patreon.com/films in black and white and pick a tier. If you like our material, if you like these episodes, these videos, this is the best way to support us. Pick a tier or just subscribe to our Patreon. Anyway, now that I got that promo out of the way, to your point, Marcus, I do think they're trying to like plant some seeds and be like, yeah, we got to get people excited to like go to the theater again to watch a Star Wars movie. What's the best way to do that? You give them Mandalorian and Grogu, and they go on their adventure.
Method.
It's so safe. It is so safe, and it checks. And this is something I said to Maggie in the theater. It felt like it was trying to make everybody happy. Like it had starfighters for me. It had stuff from like the prequels, which were all the battle droids for my niece Darby, who loves the Clone Wars and associates herself way more with the prequels and the Clone Wars than like the original trilogy or the sequel trilogy. They had force healing in this movie, which is a sequel trilogy thing that was that's when it was introduced. So if you liked the sequel trilogy, you could make that connection. If you like the original like movies, there was plenty of that in here for you. You got Jabba the Hutt's son, for Pete's sake.
Like, I thought we would have saw a lightsaber. I was convinced.
I was shocked.
A lightsaber was going to temporarily pop up in the fighting pit or something. I just thought that a lightsaber would have popped up for like 2 seconds and then nothing. But I was fine that it didn't. I really was.
I'm actually impressed with the restraint that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau had of not having even like a Darksaber knockoff pop up, because they're, to my knowledge, and feel free to correct me, other fellow Star Wars nerds, but I mean, Rogue One had a lightsaber. Solo technically had a lightsaber at the very end of the film. So this is like the first project, the first movie that I can think of that does not have a lightsaber in it. And it's just a fact. Like, we can analyze that any way you want, but it didn't have a lightsaber and it seemed better for it. I don't know.
Can I ask a question on that's within that same topic? So here's my question. To sort of this point, Brian, that you made of like, this is safe.
Yeah.
Does Star Wars now, with the level of not vitriol. What's the right word? With the level of like criticism that Disney gets, especially for the sequel trilogy. Do they have? Do you think that they're more hesitant to tell Jedi forward stories now that they've done that, or are they?
Yeah.
So again, if
Are
we're
you
trying to
saying
like,
they're scared to tell a Jedi story? You think they spooked to tell a Jedi story?
Brian,
the
Marcus,
big bad Disney Plus is scared to tell a Jedi story?
Marcus, I think that there is I think if I had to like set up my argument for why they are, if you look at you have a choice, right? You can either say we're going to go out and recruit new fans who don't have a fucking opinion on what these Jedi Sith relationships should be, how they shouldn't act, who shouldn't or shouldn't be the leader of the next franchise. We could go out and pick a story to get into that'll get people back in seats, or we could continue to take a big swing and say, hey, here's a brand new Jedi you've never heard of, and we have to now invent some lore for you all to have an opinion on, and then
being that Jedi.
Then throw in our face that we somehow fucked it up. So like, is your choice, like if you're Disney, Brian made a great point. Like it's a safe bet, but I don't necessarily think it's the wrong bet. Like, again, that's another critique I've seen since this movie came out. It's like, oh, it's just too safe. What did you want them to do?
I mean,
like, the only option was to kill the Mandalorian, which I thought they were going to do.
Right.
And they did kind of give you that moment like, oh no, he's going to die, and convinced you that Grogu was ready to follow a Grogu show or movie or whatever the case may be. But they didn't do that.
No, that's the only big swing that I think that they could have taken too. And I think you're right. And is it safer to keep him alive because now you can go back to that well if you need to? Yeah, 100%. But I think that's just my knee-jerk reaction is
big bad mouse is scared of the lightsaber stories. Wow.
I do honestly, Marcus, I do think they are hesitant. I don't know if they're full on fearful, but like you look at shows like The Acolyte that tried really hard to tell a Force, also a good show. And it tried really hard to tell us a Jedi forward story. Is sighing my brain, by the way. That is a term we need. It is a Jedi forward story, and it was a mystery. And like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the mystery element to it. And it felt like people were like, well, this is the High Republic era. And can you believe that this guy's alive at this time? And how can he be alive then? And like, people were really getting into the nitty gritty of it. And obviously that stuff's amplified by social media, but you look at their streaming numbers and people didn't stick with the show. And I do know that the pacing was not for everyone. I have come to learn that the three of us are far more patient with a story than some of the people that listen to this podcast or some people we were friends with. Like, we will give you time to figure out your story because we're okay with that payoff.
We'll tell you at the end whether or not we liked it, but we'll give you time to get to your story for sure.
Yeah, because and I know that's like, I don't know if it's a bias, but that's a viewpoint we have on this podcast. And so when I look at numbers like that, it's like, yeah, if I'm a business and I just tried to tell the most Jedi of Jedi stories, am I going to make a movie? I think the Rey movie is probably the one they're twiddling all the knobs for to try to figure out how do we make this? How do we make this profitable? Not even good. You know,
how do we? Again, this is one of those that, and I think they have a lot of stuff to pull from in terms of like, hopefully they're learning something, but I think they do also have some, like, they can look at their Marvel shortcomings in some respect and be this is another audience that we have that is very opinionated about what should happen. So when we craft the next force focused, like, force focused story that we're going to tell, the Jedi forward story,
force focused,
we're going to have to be, we can't rewrite what people have come to understand.
Right.
But we also have to have a person we also have to though tell a story that is interesting and engaging. I can't just give you a different version of Luke Skywalker in a like culture shock moment of you're a wizard Harry moment. Like we can't do that moving forward because it's tired and it's played out. So you have to be like, I have to take this thing that people know and love, and then I have to then tell a story that's also unique. That's fucking hard.
It's very hard.
And so I do recognize that are there moments when I first heard that they were doing this? My immediate reaction was, and I think we had it on this podcast, I was like, why? Like, why are we doing it? And I do, and here's the thing. I don't necessarily think that question has been answered. Like, I don't think, I mean, we know why. We know why
from a marketing perspective, but like a story perspective,
we don't know why. Right, 100%. We don't know why. We know from a marketing perspective and from a business perspective, we know why.
Right,
because unfortunately, money makes things happen, and so we know that why. But from a story perspective, I don't think we have a why yet. And is that good or bad? I don't know. Like all I can say is I enjoyed what I watched on the screen, and so. It's not like I'm like, God damn it, I've like wasted a Friday afternoon.
Right.
This feels like the blank slate for Star Wars and the movie theaters, because it'll shift. I think the movie has a lot of heart in it. It welcomes a lot of heart. It welcomes a lot of warmth. And warmth in a Star Wars movie is kind of one of the things I feel like gets missed often. Because of like how heavy Star Wars is as a story about like our galaxy is fucking collapsing under this regime of always. And so when the war moments come through, or I think about like the parade at the end of episode 1, like when they are getting their medals and everything like that, and like that's a war moment. They fought for that heroic moment, like, and this is what this movie feels like through and through, which is like. It's got cute jokes in it, and Grogu's gonna say something funny, or what's his name? Baba
Booey? That's not Baba Booey.
It's not Baba. No, it's not Baba Booey. And you know it's not Baba Booey, and you said it anyway. Babu Freaks. Like I think all of those scenes were really, really funny with all them too as well. It's like I don't know. I just.
We got Strek 293 going Babu who Baba
Boom.
Baba Boom. That's Grogu, by the way. I want Grogu to be renamed Baba Boom.
I also do. I also But that, I mean, but again, those were comedy moments too of like, if you couldn't hear what they were saying, you're gonna have to watch this movie again, because it's generally funny. Like when they go and rescue the other whatever creatures there are,
other Babu Frick,
we thought you were dead.
We thought you were dead,
which is just hilarious.
Come on, baby.
Oh, that's amazing. They're Anzellans, by the way. Anzellans. So there's that.
That's good to know.
It's what you wanted to know.
It is what I wanted to know. I do have a question. We've been like doing this thing where it's like we've been doing a lot on the high notes. I do want to give it some critique, and the first critique I want to give it is its pacing, because
oh my gosh, yes,
you felt like this was. I mean, if I had to chop this up and make it, there it is. He lost the helmet.
I thought he was going to have it all the time.
Yep.
My earbud in the helmet is killing me, so I got it coming off. I'm putting on the big headphones.
You held on for a long time. You can see where they clearly were like, okay, this is like 3.5 episodes.
Yeah.
You can kind of see like the natural stop points, because there are moments where it's like, what the fuck is this pacing? Like it's just kind of like yeah. So I will say the pacing was tough at times.
I think that the pacing was a little bit difficult. I think there's a lot of scenes that feels awkward in a movie. I don't know how to define it yet, but scenes where Grogu can't talk. And so there's scenes with no communication, and it's just the music that's really carrying, and the slight phrases that are coming out, the one word or the sounds, which I think is impressive. But in a movie theater, feels a little bit. It feels out of place a little bit to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. And I don't know if that's a thing that has happened before in other movies, and maybe I've never noticed it, but I definitely noticed it here because of some of that pacing on the back end of waiting for his dad to heal and him taking care of his dad, which I think was a funny scene. It was great. A lot of heart.
But him walking through the woods with zero dialogue, it's like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
But why?
For a little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah. And I'm gonna say something controversial, possibly for other Star Wars fans. But I'm just gonna say this. It was very clear to me in that moment that Dave Filoni was part of the writing team for this movie because his background is TV. And I'm not knocking it. He helped bring Avatar: The Last Airbender to life. He has brought so many Clone Wars episodes. He's elevated them. Like when you talk about trusting your audience, he was talking about like, hey, war crimes are bad, kids. All right, here's the next show on Cartoon Network. Dave Filoni did that, like with George Lucas's mentorship. And so I respect this man. I also feel like he maybe wasn't the best choice to write this movie because you can clearly tell that there are like episodes in this movie of like you can chop it up and it has a episodic structure.
It
like
does.
Basically that first Imperial like that Mando's trying to hunt down. That's the
series
first
premiere.
episode.
That's
Yep. And then like where Grogu is helping Mando, that's like a episode 7. Like, and it's not a 1-to-1 here, but you can see the basic like thoughts of it.
It's definitely heavy there.
You can see the scaffolding for sure.
Yeah, and so it's just kind of like maybe Dave Filoni was not the best person to write this movie. I would have been very comfortable with Jon Favreau having a solo credit on this movie. Jon Favreau wrote Iron Man. You go to his IMDb. He's wrote a lot.
He's him.
I would trust him with this story movie format, and he also knows how to write for cinematic movies. So it's weird to me that Filoni was like, "I'm here too," and it's like, yes, I know
he did that multiple times throughout the movie. First time at the bar where he didn't even have a scene, just a straight shot of his face. And then the second time was him in the cockpit, just straight up there, delivered one line of like, "Yeah, it's me, y'all, Dave Filoni," and it's like, yes, Dave, goddamn, we see you, we see you, Dave, man. We got you, brother. We are proud of you and all of your hard work, but goddamn, we see you, man.
Yeah, that I'm shocked that part made it past test audiences to a certain degree. Like, I'm shocked they didn't shorten it up or like they somehow would have stitched together that Grogu helps Mando come back to himself like in a day or two. Not like, anyway, it's probably been a month. Like because
I lost track of that time too. Yeah.
Well, and they had so much to do after that. So like either make it so Grogu has this moment within a minute or two and then move on with your story, or find a different way throughout the movie to kind of sprinkle in how Grogu is becoming his own person. He has his own armor and he can take care of people instead of like screeching this movie to a halt, like an hour and 15 in to take this 20-minute detour of like, now it's time for Grogu in the bog. You're here. You're here until Mando gets better. And I
want to watch Grogu in the Bayou. Enjoy
Grogu in the Bayou. That's that episode. And the last thing I'm going to say about this, because I feel like I've talked for a bit, that was the most nervous I got watching this movie with my kids, because I was like, oh, if they're not locked in at this point, like they're going to be so bored, and I'm going to be playing like get down from the chair, like all that stuff. But they were. Here's the thing. They were, and I underestimated Grogu with the kids. They were super locked in. They just were so tuned into everything Grogu was doing. And that was kind of when I realized like this movie may not hit all the notes for me, but like this movie is gonna be just like a North Star to like some kids. And that's incredible.
I think, Brian, that's spot on. I think what you're saying is like spot on. because the kids are looking to Grogu as themselves.
Yep,
So
exactly.
it's like they are their parents are whoever is the Mandalorian underneath the thing, and they are the Grogu, like right in size and in stature. That's why I liked one thing that they did really well in here when Grogu started going on his adventure and his journey, which would usually be an episode like 6, 7,
Exactly.
somewhere around the end right there. Oh my god. When that happens, I think. Oh man, I forgot the point I was going to make. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Dang it, we'll get it back, Marcus. I'm sorry I gave you 6, 7.
It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, we'll get back there, but yeah, I so like that's why it didn't work for me, but it doesn't need to. So, but that pacing was rough. That was rough.
It was rough.
Yeah,
that's the biggest. That's the biggest thing I think.
I agree.
The only other thing that I had a hard time with is I want to talk to the person that was like, all right, how would the Hutts wrestle each other?
Oh God.
Because those looked like two turds floating around the bowl, and it bugged the fuck out of me. I was like, we're gonna give the thing that looks like shit a roll maneuver. Come on, like come on. Like we got nothing else. We can't give this man nothing else. I mean, all right, but that's fucking weird, right?
Turds.
Like, that's
People in the chat say they'd wrestle kinky. Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, every time I saw like Rada do that or any of it, it's just
Rada was just a strong turd.
It was weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. And maybe
weird.
Maybe it's because I'm bringing like so much baggage from like all the movies I've watched. I have a very clear image of Jabba the Hutt, but then they immediately cut to Rada, and he's got those muscles and he has abs, and I was like, this feels illegal. Like I shouldn't see this. Like this feels weird.
And he's a rebel.
And now he's a rebel and a fighter, and he's got huge guns. What am I supposed to do with like a swole Jabba? What am I supposed to do with that, Dave Filoni? I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, I did laugh. I laughed aloud in my theater when all of the Hutts started wrestling. I was like, this is absurd. This is over the top. What are we doing here? I enjoyed myself. I want to put that out there, but I was like, I'm watching two slugs wrestle in a movie theater.
They also just destroyed the whole Jabba kingdom story. Like I guess that's like fresh
that's
start.
a good point.
Like, just kind of like because they destroyed everything. He flew a ship into and
there are no Hutts anymore.
There's no Hutts anymore.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's actually a good point.
It.
Yeah. I mean, unless they have like, I'm the secret brother of the twins,
right?
No one talked about me, or because I'm a tiny slug.
To keep them safe. But again, who wants to retrack that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to go down that road? Because you know what I really want to know? I really want to know how the Hutt crime syndicate comes back. That's my number one question.
Kind of like the 10 Rings and the whole Marvel TV show.
Right.
Oh my God. I was like, where the fuck did that go?
Man, I was so hyped for that too.
Me too.
10 Rings. Man, Marvel, you had me. Man, goodness gracious.
And those abs on Rada have me fucked up because now I'm like, are those even necessary? Like physiologically, he's like a snake. I don't think snakes need abs based on how their physiology works.
Well, hang on.
But I'm not a biologist.
But he's using all those abs though to hold him up.
Yeah,
so
that makes
like
sense.
he's gotta have 12 pack.
Yeah, they're core stability. But as an animal that has just one, he doesn't have appendages that he has to keep stable. That's what the back end is for.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
They're unnecessary features on a snake creature.
Why are you assuming all of his appendages? You don't know what appendages he has. Leave him the fuck alone.
Are you saying he's dragging dick? Is that what
he can have abs? He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He is his own person. He's his own man. That was the whole purpose of the whole fucking movie.
We heard that
multiple times. That was a plot point.
Man,
that man is dragon hog. I'll believe you. That's why he needs the abs. All right, fine. I'll let it go.
I watched this movie and I never once thought about Rada the Hutt and Dragon Hawk, but here I am.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Thank God, because where would we be without that?
Bring in the hard-hitting Star Wars questions.
Guys, how are we ever going to get anywhere to a place of healing in the Star Wars fandom if we don't answer these questions?
I have to say,
Brian, you are going to post that clip, and there's going to be a Star Wars fan that's going to be like, well, actually, and if I get well actually'd on that, I will quit social media outright. Like,
I can't wait to figure out what clips to bring, because like every single one I'm going to be like, I don't know.
That's going to piss somebody off for sure. I can't wait.
I'm so excited for much of the Star Wars community to just come at all of us separately and together at a point in time.
Oh my gosh, it is kind of funny seeing how people are feeling about this movie, because like
only to get my Blue Chew ads, Adam. Only to get my Blue Chew
in the
ads.
chat. Doug acting like he's been on social media. Mason, now we're getting somewhere here at the 90-minute monster. Also true. I do want to say, as we're like doing critiques, one of the other things that like really stood out to me was they repeated multiple times, and we already joked about it, how he was Jabba the Hutt's son. And I don't understand if that was bad writing. I don't understand if like there is a mandate from corporate that's like, you have to repeat this plot point at least 3 times, or like aren't gonna get it. Like, I have a very hard time believing even Dave Filoni would be like, hey, like, we've already said this. And it gets me so conspiratorial. Like, it makes me want to put on a tinfoil hat, because they're like, no, Mandalorian Grogu is going to do banging numbers on Disney Plus. So just bake it in, it into the theatrical release. Because Devil Wears Prada 2 also did it. Like, I want to make that point. It wasn't just a Star Wars film that did it. Devil Wears Prada 2 also repeated plot points. So it's something I'm paying attention to.
Do you think... I was gonna say, like, without the Devil Wears Prada example, I was gonna say, is that just an example of how this could have been episodic? Because like, if it's an episode,
maybe.
you could need to go back to that because it's like, well, I don't remember what happened last week, so I'm gonna repeat it.
That's true.
But your Devil Wears Prada example is like, no, is this a trend that we're getting now too?
Unless they wrote that, unless they're writing the movies in an episodic manner. Like, that is how you write it, as from a framework of 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Then write your movie in a framework of 8 episodes to keep the length, to keep the attention span of people watching TV. That's a complicated way to watch movies, goddamn.
Marcus, I hate you, because you're right. Like, I hate how right you're right too.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, that seems like the new writing. It's the only way to get your script approved if people are seeing these patterns, and what they like in their script is you got to follow it short, quick, to the point. If it could be a series, could it be a series? Nope, we're gonna bump this up to be a movie just by filling in.
Right. Well, that's where short form videos fucking killing us, right? Like, is that now?
Oh my gosh.
Someone only has an attention span for X amount of minutes, so you're gonna, if it's a major plot point, you have to repeat it 3 times, or they won't know what happened.
Right.
I hate that.
I hate that.
Wow.
I hate that.
Okay.
Here we are.
Yeah. Well, hey, look.
We're all sad now. So if this feels like an awkward pause for us there, listeners, because now we're all sad with the realization.
Look here. They can't.
No,
commenters say,
Adam, reasonable. I get bored listening to myself talk. So
that's gotta put themselves down.
I mean, this is a minor deviation, but like on the Disney Plus app, there is a button you can push for verticals, and it just takes like 30-second key snippets from the shows, and it shows you to them, and it's like, hey, you can watch this now on Disney Plus, because I didn't understand what it was. Like, I don't usually watch through like my phone. Doug does, but I usually don't. And
let's be clear. I hold it like this to watch my movies, Brian.
You are a gentleman. Of course.
Can put me on blast all day long, but look, when you're on a plane from Colorado to
I get it, man.
To Tuscaloosa, you gotta fucking have something.
Get this man an iPad.
Netflix also has the same thing.
Get this man an iPad.
Yeah.
Netflix also has the vertical option in its app too as well.
Yes, and it's super weird because like they'll show Daredevil, and it's like, well, I already watched Daredevil, but like, watch this key moment from Karen Page, and you know, and it's like, no, I don't.
Am I part of the problem? Because I'll watch clips like that of shows on TikTok, and then I'll try and go and find the continuation of that moment.
I'll do that. I do that too.
Am I the problem?
No, I've done it. I've done it.
The problem is that it works.
Right.
And they realize that it works is like by feeding people enough information where sometimes I will watch the end of the movie on TikTok and go back to watch the rest of it. Like, just because, like, just to scratch that itch for me sometimes, just because I'm like, well, yeah, I already saw the end.
Yeah, I saw the ending of Training Day, and I was like, I should watch Training Day again.
Yeah. No, like they'll put in the hooks, and it's like, this is a good moment in what Heat, whatever. Like, this is a good moment. Doug sent me a clip
got a huge ass, and you got your head all the way up.
And I was like, you know what? I think I remember this. I think I remember liking this movie. I'm gonna look for more clips on like TikTok because this is where I am. I don't have time to watch a whole movie. Does this hold up? And then I was like, what am I doing? I should just watch Heat. I own it. Like, what am I doing? But it's that, yeah. But no, Doug did send me that clip, and it did send me down a rabbit hole. I will fully admit to that. Anyway,
I can't believe you just quoted that shit like that. You just walked right into it.
You got your head all the way up.
Look, this movie had X-Wings blowing stuff up. It's a very low bar for me.
Brian,
It was
it's a good movie.
I just say the fact that we don't have a Star Wars Starfighter show or movie is fucking insane to me.
That was cool to me.
So the word on the street, like some of the rumblings, is that Starfighter, the movie coming out next year with Ryan Gosling, is supposed to be like the hard launch of Star Wars is back in theaters. That's what I think it was either Hollywood Reporter or Variety. And it was like, hey, like we get it, Mando Grogu, kind of a weird choice, but it's safe. Starfighter, that's what you should bank on, and that's coming out next year around the same time. So I'm really curious how they're going to market that. Yeah,
I'm pretty pumped. That's good. That's a good, and Ryan Gosling in that. That's a good.
Coming off a Hail Mary.
Off a Hail Mary. Now you know he's gonna smoke it. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like it's. I mean, I'm hyped for it. I'm biased. I love the Starfighter aspects of Star Wars, but that was really curious to me that's how some people are talking about it. Which makes me wonder what else is in that movie, because there's no way. I don't know. It feels like something else is happening.
We're shelling out all this money for Ryan Gosling. There's.
Yep. Yeah. That's where I'm. It's not going to be a Jedi forward story. It'll be a Jedi adjacent story. That's how they pitched it in the meeting.
They were like, "Hey, we're gonna have Jedi in this, but like it's gonna be like more of like a B squad Jedi story."
They're like they're not like your direct neighbor. They're like one neighbor over.
Like, you know how you drive. You know how like you're on your way to Starbucks and you drive past the Jedi store to get there? That's kind of how this is gonna be.
Yeah, real cool, real chill type shit.
Yep. Hey, we need guys. I could work in Hollywood right now.
That I believe. That now
100%.
That I believe. Yes,
100%.
With phrases like, "Is he Dragon Hog?" and "This is a Jedi forward story."
That's gonna get us across the finish line for sure.
Oh my gosh,
that's gonna get us
what people want to know. Gentlemen, anything else that you all want to chat about as it relates to this story?
It was good. Go see it. If you get a chance, go see it in the theater. Go take your family to it.
Honestly, go see this in the theater. It is a ton of fun. If you listen to this review and you even were like, I can deal with a 20-minute Grogu like detour, go see it. It is a blast seeing this on a huge screen. I enjoyed myself. Also, we've 7th season of this podcast, and this is the first time we've ever been able to talk about a Star Wars thing in the theater. So this was a big moment for me. This was really cool. I'm talking with you guys.
God, that is true. Oh my gosh.
Brian wasn't a part of the pod when we did Rise of Skywalker.
I was not, and I would have been so depressed talking about Rise of Skywalker. So might be a good one to come back to.
We ever did.
Wow, that's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. That is the first one. We are connected to Star Wars in such a deep way with this podcast, man.
I dig it. I dig it.
Also, I'll also say this: if you're one of those folks that are like, I don't know if I'm ready to trust Star Wars on the big screen. I'm gonna wait till it comes to streaming.
Yep.
I don't think that that's unfounded. I would say go and see it. It's well worth the watch on a bigger screen in a theater. But I also get, if you have trepidations, you should watch it either way because it is a fun ride. So
Disney would hate me for saying this, but man, if you still have those Tuesday, Wednesday discount theater like ticket nights, nanny, this is it.
This is a perfect movie to watch, especially over a lunch break. It's not that's a long lunch break, but
also, can we talk about the phrase "who nanny" for a minute? Like that just made my fucking day.
Dude,
I want to. You know what? That's the first shirt we're making is "who nanny."
It's who nanny. Who nanny.
Who
Boy.
nanny.
Who nanny on the front, boy howdy on the back. Who nanny, boy howdy.
I fucking love that. Yep. A white shirt, orange lettering. Yep. I'm already on board. Yep. Here for it. Who nanny and boy howdy.
Who nanny and boy howdy.
All right. Gentlemen, anything else y'all want to say about Mandalorian? Yeah, we gotta make something because that's wild as fuck to me. Anything else y'all want to say about this?
No, man. I think that was good.
Have a good time.
Good. All right, gentlemen, what do y'all have to plug?
Hey, folks, go check out thelovenerds.com. My wife runs that site and the business. She has an Etsy shop there, etsy.com/shop/thelovenerds. She saw this movie with me. She talked to me about this movie. She was part of the creative process as I was getting my thoughts together. So go show her some love. Go support her at thelovenerds.com.
Absolutely. Marcus, what do you got?
Make sure you follow the mantra, never offended, always humble. You dig what I'm saying? Go stream some Marcus J. Destin. Go stream some Soultie, SOULTYE. New music is on the way. But whatever you do, follow the mantra, never offended, always humble.
Absolutely. If you enjoyed our conversation about Batman, the Mandalorian and Grogu, all the things that we talked about, Men in Black, all the things we chatted about on this episode, recommend us to a friend or a family member. That is the best way to show independent podcasts some love. If you're feeling like you want to be a part of community and community is missing from your life, head over to patreon.com/filmsblackandwhite. Sign up for one of our tiers. We got some great stuff there. We also got some great stuff coming. Would love to have you there. But gentlemen, we have a 3-step process to success, and I'm going to change it up. Marcus J. Destin, what is that first step, sir?
Hey, make sure you read a book, man. I don't care what you're reading, whether it's an audio book, it's a newspaper, it's a comic book, it's a manga, it doesn't really matter. Read a book. It'll do you one better if you do it one first.
Absolutely. Brian, what do we got for that second step?
Hey, folks, I'm here to tell you to drink some water. Hey, I'm in my midlife. I'm 40, okay? And one thing to my other fellow older gentlemen, drink some water. You don't want to deal with kidney stones. Like, your body needs water. Like, you still need water. So go drink some. Just avoid that completely. Just pump your body up with water. Drink water.
Absolutely. Hey, look, it's we're getting into summertime. We're getting that time where you're gonna have to start, washing your ass, maybe even twice a day. So if you haven't started, start now. Like, let's not carry the stank with us through the best time of the year, especially in the Midwest. We only get, end of May through September. Why ruin that with a stench that follows you everywhere? So just make sure you wash your ass, wash your feet, wash your legs. If it's hot, 2 days in terms of your shower situation, totally reasonable. But yeah, absolutely. Take care of yourself. Wash your ass. That does it for this week's episode of Films Black and White. We'll be back next week with another fantastic episode, another movie that we are going to chat about. It's going to be kind of one that we'll announce when we get there. So we got another, we're going to talk about a horror movie that's coming to theaters later, which I'm excited about. So we'll talk about that. But in the meantime and the between time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will catch y'all next week.
Bye.